ALICIA.
Hello there, wrestling fans! Another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside Podcast. I am Joe Panther, the third, and man, oh man, Ringside crew. I'm so excited to have this young lady back on. She is representing a Oily Nice promotion that has been helping me on the Instagram. They're really cool. They're really awesome. Miss Love, welcome back to Dudes at Ringside.
I think his mic is muted. Is yours?
Welcome back, Miss Love. Welcome back to Dudes at Ringside.
I am back.
Awesome. So, what have you been up to since the last time you were on the podcast?
A lot. I don't know where to start.
Go for it, girl. You have time.
Because I'm pretty sure that was kind of like middle, maybe of last year. I think I wasn't really I didn't have too much going on, honestly, until probably like October.
Wow.
Actually, no, I lied, because I did make some debuts. Still pretty much Georgia, Carolina based. Yeah, I mean, it's a good bit that's going on, and I kind of was some growth and lessons, but I mean, now it's a new year and time to get back in action.
That's awesome. Awesome. So, have you improved your style and anything within wrestling that you've had from last year, this year? You making anything different, your gear, anything like that with your moves, any moves you're testing out?
One thing I probably do want to, because it's still, pretty fresh in January, I am branching out on move sets, not like in a negative way, but I think between the talks I've had and advice that I've gotten last year, it's kind of time to just, stop thinking so much and just do. So I'm not going to say you're going to see, Flippy and, Flash, Alicia Love.
Rey Mysterio? You'll be turning into Ray?
No. At least
Ray?
Love's on the ground, so.
You'll be changing the name to Love Ray?
No. I mean, I did come to a little bit of thinking of making some kind of adjustments, and I'm kind of like, just maybe tweak it a little bit, like when you see as my shows start coming up. But as for base, we're sticking with Alicia Love. So
that's awesome. Awesome. So you're now working with a promotion that we are very familiar with, because we've had quite a few different wrestlers from the promotion. You work with the Kraken now. What is it like to work with them, and what is it like to be backstage at those shows?
Kraken, I actually made my debut with them back in, I think it was April of last year. I had my little note card. Let me see. That was, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was about April that I made my debut with them. Honestly, because it's a big travel for me coming from Carolina, but for William Huckabee, when he reached out, this was during after my match during PCW's Women's Gambit match. I was nervous because when I get called to, I'm not used to really getting heavy feedback unless I go directly to somebody. But when he asked me to come to the back, I'll offer it. I'm like, okay, I did horrible. He's gonna ask, where did you come from? Why are you here? But it was the opposite. And even one of the girls, I love working with her, Rose Gold. She had told me beforehand about the company, but I hadn't, really been able to reach out or know, exactly who, what, when, and where until that day. But when I did go, it was nerve wracking, of course, being the newbie, and I was actually match one that night, and so that added more nerves to the list. I worked Tsunami. She's amazing. Um, but it was a bit of an eye opener to me to, a second boost, not just being outside the Carolina, but to show, stepping out your comfort zone is going to get you more knocks than you know.
Awesome.
And even if it's, you going in there, you don't have full faith in yourself, like you never know who's going to be on standby to be like, hey, you still did good, or, let's suggest this. And it's not like in a heavy hearted way. It's just, I see it in you, but once you start pushing, when I see you again, I know you're going to do better than that.
Awesome. Like, it's so cool to see like you doing so many good things, Miss Love. Like that promotion has like, I like how they promote their matches. It gives me like a big like SmackDown. Here comes the pain feeling when they do like the thing they wrestle. You remember when playing the game, the wrestler would do their pose and they're
The
like,
moving graphics.
yeah, like
I
yeah.
I
How
love it.
long did it take you to do that whole graphic thing when you're like did it take you a while to do that video?
Funny thing is, I knew they did them, but I didn't expect to do one my first day there either. But when they told me, it was kind of like, what do I do? Like I do the hearts and all, but I'm kind of like, and it was kind of like once they walked it through, like, just give us this a few seconds, like, okay. And then actually seeing it for the first time when they uploaded the match card with my match with Tsunami, which was actually my last match of last year. I was just like, oh my God, this is so cool, because it's like I'm used to, just the picture ones, but seeing a moving graphic, like you said, it gives like WWE vibes. And it's like, this is cool. Like,
I saw that. I'm like, I go to a lot of shows in Pennsylvania and in New York. Awesome Championship Wrestling and PPW and Slatington and all the promotions I go to, and I'm like, do I have to take a trip out there go see these? Because that's cool. Like, you don't see that a lot. Like, do they show that on the screen leading up to the match?
I believe they do it with I know in person you don't see them, but
Oh,
when the episodes are uploaded, they do them most for like before the matches show.
that's cool. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if there's promoters watching this episode, what's up, dude? It's me, Joe Panther. Keep tagging me, keep giving me, showing me love. You need to show that in the arena, like on the Titantron right before the match, because that, as
That was
doing the
cool.
podcast, you saw my intro for the podcast. That's something that gets the crowd like, ooh, we're about to watch Miss Love fight again. Like, we're about to see blah blah blah. Example: Joe Panther versus Miss Love. That's not going to happen because I would definitely go on the ground in cringe position. But, yeah. So, are there any females that are in that promotion that you have not wrestled yet? Is there anybody you wanna wrestle on in 2026?
Most of the girls currently from even my start time with Kraken, there's pretty much three, including me, probably like four on deck. It's me, Rose Gold, Tsunami, and Jasmine. And I've been able to work with honestly all of them about maybe once or twice. All girls are great. Everybody's on their come up. And it's really like a girls' world with just girls supporting girls. It might not be a heavy hand, but also to the fact that Kraken truly does, like I said, shout out to Sam and William Huckleby. They definitely invest in their women, and that's what makes me, not even just comfortable, but because when I started training, it was always intergender, training wise, match wise, go back to training. Half the time, I'm still the only girl, and it doesn't intimidate me at all. It actually makes me excited because it's like, gotta represent.
Yeah, totally,
But
man.
they truly invest in letting their women, have their moments. Like, we're not just females. We're here for a reason, and you're gonna see it if you like it or not. And it's not just like a here women's match. It's here. you're going to see what these girls can do, whether you like it or not. And that, I love that, honestly.
I find that amazing. Is there anybody that you would like this Mr. Huckabee to bring on to the roster? Like I'm thinking as far as this for that you guys for this year, maybe if he's watching this, you guys could do like an all woman show, like bring in women that have never been there, and even have like maybe a 20 to 30 women battle royal, like for like a big thing. Have like a women's tag team title match, like titles, like do like, and not just have a women's championship, have like a secondary women's title, like that make the fans want to come. I bring. I'm not saying that they wouldn't just come watch you, but like, you know what I mean? If you bring other women from the area that have never been there before, and you give them that one poke of the poke the bear one time, he'll get mad. Poke the bear again, he'll jump. You know what I mean? Bring them more fans, bring more interest into the product. You know what I mean? Like that's what I do. That's why I like to help. And that's what I'm saying. If you're watching this, Mr. Huckabee, I think that's a good idea. Have a women's show. Have like our friend right here taking on a girl that's never been there before, like a Danny Moe. That's from Pennsylvania. Vicious Vicky, that's from New Jersey. Have people that have never been to the Kraken, want to come over. Like, have you ever heard of Vicious Vicky?
Name does sound familiar.
Yeah, she's out of Jersey. She's a Jersey wrestler, and also Danny Moe, the Neon Blonde. She's another name that's been on AEW TV, and like Maddie Morgan. She's from England, but she's coming to the United States next year, like this year, some point. I hope that didn't just ruin her surprise. My bad. Big mouth. Can't keep it anything shut. Can't keep secrets. My sister knows this. Sassy Chica says never tell my brother. He was rude. Did you know she's pregnant? Oh my god, yo! Oh my god. So is there anything that you have on your bingo card this year that you really want to like do, or be a match you want to do, or a person that you want to, a place you haven't been to yet?
If we want to speak match wise, I know I get called insane, and some probably would say, hey, don't push it. But I did last year. I did a tables match for the first time, which everybody knows. Even when I fully got more into it, not in a joking way, but I want to go through a table. I want to know how it feels. And then next thing you know, it finally happens. My pretty much second year into wrestling. And it was way more. It just went like that. Like even when I sit and watch the video, I'm like, you were nervous for that, and it's like it wasn't that bad at all. But I think my next peak of crazy would probably be a steel cage. It probably wouldn't happen, but it's just a thought, just because of the adrenaline of it's a cage, climb. I know I say I stay on the ground, but maybe test the wings a little bit, and
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Working wise, I know I definitely really hope that this is my year I touch peak with Florida, even if it's just once or twice. For some reason, even though most people know, the Florida scene, the Florida area of wrestling, it's high. Like women, men, it's just there.
Yeah.
Nothing really specific, but just to feel the environment of Florida wrestling, honestly.
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to meet him, but Gangrel was at the awesome show, the last show I went to, the awesome battle Royal Rumble, and he was a surprise entry, and just to hear that I was like, no, that's Gangrel. I yelled, oh my god, that's Gangrel, that's Gangrel, it's Gangrel, it's Gangrel. My friend's like, no, they got in front of me, like, no way. And then I seen the flames come up in the Titans run. I yelled, so I marked out. I was cursing, and there's kids behind me, and I was like, there goes my reputation.
It's okay, it happens.
I yelled, it's effing Gangrel. And I was like, and my friend's like, he didn't hit me, but the little girl looked at me like this. I'm like, oh well, you just heard that.
I'm sure they're used to it when they go to WWE, or I mean, of course, you want to be cautious, but it's like, it's okay. We had a moment. It's okay.
Yeah. And then also the coup de grace, one of the cast members from Ready to Rumble was there too. Dewey from Scream.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
David Arquette. You can't kill David Arquette. Oh, I didn't know it was him till they started saying you can't kill, and then they said David Arquette, and then all I heard was I was like, oh my god. I met him too at the end of the show. I don't know if you saw it on the Instagram page. I met David Arquette. He was really cool. Took a picture with him. I didn't get to give him a stick or anything, but just to meet David Arquette and like sit there and say hi to him and ask him to take a picture with me. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, you my nerd side of me, my head nerd side said, of course, because you're a nerd celebrity, of course. And then Dudes At Ringside go, no, it was because of the red glasses. Get it right. Get it right, sir. So when it comes to like selling merch, I know sometimes nowadays we have the internet to like get us through with the fans that are not like close in your area. Do you find it easier or harder to like sell merch when you're not at a show and somebody wants to buy a t-shirt?
Honestly, I'm probably gonna say this is probably gonna be the year, and probably going into probably like October, November last year, I kind of got my first hands-on peek with that with my mom, because I think most people know I think we talked about it in the last show, and then I even shared that on Facebook. My mom is hands-on, like most of my merch is her, like her craft, her ideas. um and it sometimes does, like, I think I had maybe 3 4 more shows last year, and it was kind of going into the Christmas season, so she kind of got some ideas that, to interpret the holiday, but enough to have hands on, to even if it's like, hey, if it's not going to sell, you can give this, you can give this away, no biggie. But I think it probably is harder to do it online, because we're both still getting used to, like, you know I know most people have their own website, or they have
Yeah.
like a direct link. Right now, our main thing is, what some people wouldn't be crazy about, but I know, we're official. It'd be like Cash App, PayPal, or hey, if you are in the area, we can meet up, but I'll still ship it to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Still adjusting. We haven't quite hit peak of, being able to do like, oh, we'll have this big quantity, so just ship this out. You'll have this. But considering most of my shows this year are not probably starting until about mid-March, it'd probably be more shipment first, which is I've done fan mail before, it was pretty easy. But I think it's gonna be a little patient with us adjusting to it. Nothing we can't do, but just, understanding the peaks of it's easier than saying, hey, I'm in front of you, this is what you want, here you go, and hey, I don't have this, but here, let me have your address, I'll send it to you, and just the typical mailing back and forth.
Yeah.
But I don't think it'd be too much of a challenge. I think once we adjust, and
Yeah. I totally understand. So when it comes to like the week of a show,
Mhm.
do you find it easier or harder to like understand what your opponent is leading up to the show? Like, you guys talk on and off on social media or on the phone to
Mhm.
get yourselves ready to be able to make it a good match. Do you
Yeah.
find it now easier or harder to get in contact with your opponent to know what they're about if you're very not like familiar with them?
It honestly depends. I know most of the girls, like I said, when I did PCW, when I did my first Kraken, even the before, when I was doing SWA, it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of tricky, because I have to get out the awkwardness of, oh, I'm just gonna add this girl, she just knows my name. But for me, I like to do, like you said, do your research. And even if it's a common, hey, what do you do in the ring? Hey, can you send me some of your film? And it's, just I can go from a basic conversation to next thing you know, when you're in person, it's like there's no nerves or nervousness of like, oh well, you're just a newbie, you're a rookie, this is one time said and done. Like it really builds more, and it makes you more comfortable when you finally do get in the ring with them, especially because most of the girls that I do work with, of course, they've been in it longer than me. And I tell them off rip, I'm like, hey, I'm here, I'm new. What do you want to do? Face to face. And I'll tell them, like, I'm just here to learn. And I get very surprised at the ones who actually thoroughly sit and, it's direct connection and not just we're gonna go out there and that's it.
Awesome. There's a new question I've tossed into the questions for this year. Would you count yourself with packing the bag and the merch bag the before the show? Are you a last minute Lucy or are you an early bird?
Oh no, which most of, even outside of wrestling, my family would probably be like, "What, is she serious?" I'm an early bird with wrestling because from making sure your gear is clean to what, if I know I'm going to be selling merch beforehand, I'm like, I always do at least 2 outfits. I'll do maybe 3. I'll do a road outfit, an outfit if I know I'm not beginning of a show, like, all right, I can sit in the crowd, sell merch, and then the aftermath. Um, just I try to stay intact. Maybe there's a few times that I kind of just lazy it out. If it's like a 1-dayer show and we come back home the same day, I'll just make sure everything's in one bundle. Go ahead and throw it in the car. I'll recheck the merch, and then by the time it's time to hit the road, just get on the road and go.
Awesome. And this is like my last question for you. This is a new question. I added another of my final question. If you could write a letter to a younger you,
oh God,
what would be in that letter and why?
Oh, I'm gonna try to make this short and sweet because I know that's actually how I finished off my 2025 when I hit my year wrestling. But for one, I would definitely tell her to, for one, relax, because everybody has been in your shoes, if not are in your same shoes. um when you go out there, when you're taking these opportunities, you have to go out there and remember this can either be a once in a lifetime opportunity or opportunity that builds up so much more, and if you let your nerves take it from you, you're going to regret it and it's going to eat you up. um Definitely stand your ground, no matter who, what, where. I know a lot of people, which I do, I believe in what they say, at the time that I'm in wrestling, it's still a peak to say you go and you listen and then you ask questions. But if it comes to standing your ground, if you feel unease, if you have questions that you think might affect you, or so you can better understanding of someone, there's some people who are not going to understand that it's just, a sanity type thing. But there's also going to be some people that are going to give you the chance to just be yourself and say, hey, ask questions, be comfortable, because at the end of the day, we're both going to go out there, and if you shut out, you miss out on a lot. So that 2024 2025 Alicia Love is she was a baby, and I'm pretty sure 2026 is still going to be the same. A lot more growth to do, a lot more meetings, but to just breathe and go out there and do it like it's your last, because you never know who's watching, you never know who's talking, and you never know what's going to come afterwards.
Wow. I love that one. I loved it. That was awesome. I think everybody has said their piece this year. A lot of the girls, some of the guys. But I think that has been, so far, the middle of now 2026, I think that has been the best one so far. I love that letter. It's like, in my mind, that's like a book. Like that question is like the letter that you would put in like a spot the younger you would find that you didn't think it was there, and you would move the wall and the letter would fall, and then she's like,
you read it.
oh my god, this is dated in 2026. What? And I'm like,
I'm reading it.
we're in we're in the early 2000s. What the? And then you read the letter and they start crying. They're like, wow, I should stay doing this. If you don't, my picture of me goes like this. A picture of me like fading away. Like, if you don't do it, then you'll never meet me. I'll put a phone message. It'd be like, QR code. Hi, this is Joe Panther. If you don't do it, you'll never meet me. And then you have me fade away. No.
All the memories to push you back.
No. But I want to thank you again for coming to the podcast. How can my fans follow you on social media if they haven't already? Because of the last time you came on here.
Right now, I'm still more active. I've pretty much I know before I promoted my Snapchat, which I did like behind the scenes stuff, like getting ready for a show or, before. But that's kind of my main ones are my Facebook, which is Alicia Love, my Instagram, which is Alicia X Love _. I will definitely leave it. It's linked to my TikTok as well. I had to change my username a few months ago, but no issues though. And like I said, merch wise, I don't have like a direct site or anything, and my mom doesn't have her own page. Well, she has Facebook, but certain reasons we keep contact to me, then I rely it to her. But if it comes to that, just shoot a message. 9 times out of 10, easily reachable on Facebook, and what you want if we have it, and go from there. TikTok is just really just videos. So main communication, Facebook and Instagram.
Awesome. Tell Mama, shout out to Mama Love. Thank you for always helping Miss Love right here. Little Love, she seems like she's a good kid. I'm so happy to have her back on. So honorable. I'm Joe Panther the third.
Of course.
And your turn.
Alicia Love.
And we will catch you in the next one.